Hello, my name is Entrike and I will be your host. Welcome to today's video. Before we start, if you do enjoy these videos, please consider pressing that like button and maybe even subscribing. It would help me out a lot. So, last episode I more or less figured out that we are running out of lava. And it's been continuing that way. So I'm gonna have to do either one of two things really, and that is either I get more lava and we progress that way, or we dabble into one of the other mods that generate power in this pack, which, you know, there's a few. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So today we're going to dabble into Extreme Reactors. So it's not a super difficult mod to begin with. It just requires a bunch of resources, and well, two of them I've started the smelting process of already. So let's hop over to the mining dimension. These are smelting uranium ingots. We're gonna need a lot of them. So let's collect those. That is also a quest, so that's nice. We go. There, we have a little bit. I have a total of 8 stacks going, and then there is graphite bars. We're gonna need quite a few of those, so I think I'm gonna smelt another 4 stacks of coal. That'll probably do it. Nope, not basement, home. Here we go. So I had a bunch going here. And this is also a quest, so this should also give us something. Here we go. Get a book, that's great. Am I gonna read it? Probably not. And we get a random reward. Alright, here we go. Random reward. Beehive! Woohoo! That almost means that I have to learn beehives at some point, doesn't it? Work with the bees. It's actually a mod I kind of want to, you know, dabble into at some point, because it's one that I've, well, not played with in a very, very, very long time. And it is quite interesting, I think. Right, let's jump back here. So let's figure out what we need to do. So one of the first things we probably need to do is get a graphite seed. And a uranium seed. There we go. Both growing. I took out ghast and squid. Because, well, let's see. Where are they? Here's squid. We have quite a bit of it. And to be honest, I don't think I'm ever going to need 600 ink sacks. But if we do, I'll be sure to put them back. I'll be storing them with the others. Alright, so I've collected some resources that we're going to need. So let's first start off by making a bunch of reactor cases. Actually, let's just toss everything into this system. There we go. So there is a side note with this. The first reactor we can make with these basic components is, I think it's maxed, yeah, 5 by 5 by 5. If we don't want that, we need reinforced reactor parts, and right now we don't have a way, or not a good way, to get steel. Although we could just grab coal and a hammer and iron, but let's build a regular one first, grasp the concept, and then we'll deal with making it bigger later. Right, let's go with 2 stacks for... No, we're not going with 2 stacks, apparently. Okay, well, I think I'm just gonna do this, see how far we get with building the frame. Because I made a little space here, so we're going 5 by 5. The quest here, this thing suggests we make a 3 by 3, but hey, we won't. So I'm assuming that this is the maximum size I can do for now. Just 5 by 5 by 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should be the maximum we can do with basic parts. So let's fill in the glass. I want what do I want to output on this side? I am not sure. I want to power it on this side, the controller. I'm guessing. Let's do stuff. Yeah, okay. So let's do stuff in, stuff out. And then like power on this side. There. And then this one can just be completely filled in. All right, let's see how far we get with this, because the floor we can just make out of solid blocks. And then this thing, we're gonna run out, I think. Although we might just have enough, like barely. We barely have enough. I mean, calculated. No. Actually, I need to remove this thing. Oh, I picked it up already. Now, it used to be that you put in, like, solid block, reactor, what's it called? Fuel rod, solid block. So, you do that, solid block, solid block, solid block, solid block. And then the reactor parts. I think it used to be that the less glass it touched, the better it was. So we're gonna find out if that's still the case, I guess. So that means I need to remove this one, and this one. Then I want this one to be back, and this one needs to go. And then we need the controller on this side. Yeah. Let me go make the other parts. All right. So I collected a bunch of the things I'm going to need. First of all, we're going to need one reactor controller. There, that should be it. Then the control rods. These are the things that go from, or in the top. More casings. Let's just make another stack. For now. So I need 4, I think. I'm gonna make 4. Then I need the piston to come out. And I want these to come out because I have very limited space in this thing at the moment. Okay, so then I want a reactor access port. I believe I need 2 of these. One for input, one for output. And then we want to tap power. There. Right. And the power tap. There we go. I removed the wrong one. Fuel rods, basic, there, that one. Okay, so that should be it. Yeah, now all I need is the fuel rods. I want to say 3 each. I want to say 3 each. I'm not entirely sure if that's right. So let's do 12. Because that would be 4 times 3, so 12. Yeah. I think that is right. Okay. So let's see. That gives us a couple of extra things. Come on, give us something fun. A cooked pork chop. Well, fun for us, not for the pork chop. Come on, something cool. More lappies? Well, did I just get lappies twice? I totally did. Welp, too bad. Alright, let's put this thing together. So we want a controller on this side. Then we want the solid access ports. 1, 2. Then I think we can... Oh, not enough rods. Okay. I can't really go in from the top. Oh, wait. No. I have enough space. Well, let's do this. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I have to actively cool it. I'll look that up in a second. Because I know you can passively cool it, or, well, actively with water. But I'm not sure if I have to passively cool it. Nice, so this is an outlet. Yeah, okay. And the power port. Boom. Active reactor. Hope for the best. Okay, so this is definitely one that can blow up. That is going to be amazing. Oh, that sucks. For some reason, I don't like it when it can blow up. So let's see how heavily radiation the core is. Higher levels, radiation, reduce fuel burnup. All right, that's fine. Waste ejection mode will be ejected as soon as possible. Manual mode must be manually ejected. Now let's auto eject. Let me read up on this one for a second, just in case. Just so I don't blow the whole thing up. So after a few minutes of trying this out in my test world, it turns out that yes, it is indeed better to cool them with some diamond blocks. It gives us about 10k more FE per tick. And though that's not all that much in the grand scheme of things, it's about a fourth of what this thing is going to generate. So it's substantial. The downside of this thing, it's kind of efficient. And normally efficiency is good, right? Well, not in this case. Or well, it is, but it also isn't, because we need some cyanide from this thing, and that only comes when it depletes uranium, which is gonna go slow in this thing. Let's put some in and see what it does. Let's grab a stack and a half. Here we go. Do I have another hopper? I do not. Let's quickly grab a chest. All right. So let's wait for it to fill up. Oh, it doesn't. Does it not update? We can see it update here, but it doesn't update here. 33. Oh, interesting. So that one is full. Ish. Keeps eating more, so I guess it's not full. Oh, okay. So there's an input port. This one is input mode. That one was output mode. All right, so this should be it. So if we hit on, we don't have anywhere for it to go. So we kind of need to give it a place to go soon. You see that the burn up rate is not all that bad. Like 0.075 millibuckets a tick. How much is a bar? Waste 1 millibucket. Okay. Okay, well, see, there's no waste here. There's no waste here. And there's another 16 in here. and we just made 10 million FE. So we literally made the same amount of power as we're housing in this thing in seconds. So I think it is time to connect that thing down there up to, well, I guess we disconnect this as well. I mean, right now this is, it's not doing it for us, right? So I think I'm just gonna move this one back to the mining dimension, use the extra bit of power to mine some extra stuff, and we'll just let this fill because it's a nice big tank of lava. I like it. Right, let's pull some cables. I changed my mind. We're not gonna pull some cables. We are going to take, I think, 2. That's not high. Oh, it is. Wrong button, I guess. Okay, so now we are going to take a quick look into flux networks. And the reason I want to do that is because that means I don't have to pull cables. And instead, I can just have it transfer wirelessly everywhere. I'm not sure if it works interdimensional, but I'm assuming it does. And if it does, that's going to be great, because then we can connect our power or lava power from the other dimension to it as well. That'd be mega nice. Right, let's quickly look at it. So we need a bunch of these flux cores, then we need a flux block, and then we're starting our network because we're going to use a flux plug to add to our network. And then we need a flux point to pull out of our network. Wait, wireless charging? Don't know if I need that straight away. Oh, that's just part of the controller, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Right, let's use the controller. And maybe we'll make a little bit of extra capacity. Let's do that. It'll be a quick thing. Right, let's make some flux cores. We need a couple of blaze powder. Is this the best way to do it? Kind of looks like it to me for now, and they're not intensely difficult to get. So let's do 10. Let's grab a bunch of ender pearls. There we go. Oh, that's gonna trigger this thing as well, this one. Alright. So let's see. We need some obsidian, which I farmed. So, do I have space? We have a little bit of space. Let's do this. Come on. I think I'm just going to use them up there. Where are you? Here? We need a flux block. There. Gonna trigger the quest because then I get some extra shit. Okay, then we need this thing, which is a flux plug, and this will receive energy from the adjacent block. So this one is the one we're gonna put next to our reactor. There we go. Then we need a flux point, which is a redstone block. Let's do 102 for now. All right. Then we need 5 more flux blocks. right. Make a controller. Okay, that should be it, right? So we grab this one. Oh, we get a free flux block because obviously we do this. Right clicking on the functional block will give you the UI, blah blah blah, bypass limit. Awesome. We know this. Get a couple more of those. We get a couple more of those. Give us 2, please. Come on. Didn't say. Yeah, I think he gave us 2. And then I want a little bit more storage. I need 3 more of those. I am not going to make 3 more of those. No more storage for now. Actually, do I have enough? I might have enough to make a couple more of those cores. Oh, balls. Alright, well, whatever. Well, guess we're hunting more more blazes for when we need those again. So, let's see. A couple more of these. Well, we'll leave a couple of the eyes. Not in here though, because I do not have the space for a while. Yeah, it's literally full. I really need to do something about that one. There, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, there is actually glass panes in there as well. Let's remove those. Let's remove the iron bars. Let's put in stuff that actually, you know, is used. Okay. Does this mean there is space? There's 1 spot. All right. Let's set up our little flux network. We'll put it right here. And we will say create new network. We'll create Antrax network. It doesn't have to be private because I am running my own thing. And we want limit bypass. Awesome. Wireless. Okay. We want to wirelessly charge my network. Okay. And then we want to do anything in my hotbar armor slots. Yeah, sure. Let's actually leave it off for now because I have nothing to charge. Except maybe these bars, maybe, or those energy cables, maybe those charge. I don't know. So let's put our flux thing here for now. Connect it to our network. Say there. So that now has a little bit of storage. We don't want a limit. And then we go flux plug. And this thing currently holds 10 million. We go boom. Connect to Antrax network. Bypass the limit. Now it holds 2 million less. It just transferred 2 million in like an instant. So this thing is now full. That's pretty cool. And now what we can do is if we hop through this wall, which currently holds this thingy where it uses our lava, creates power, and drains this 179. And we just go, no thank you. And we remove this thing. Oh, let's remove all of them. There. And we go flux point. Connect to our network. 179. We bypass the limit. This should now be charging. Oh, ironically, it was 179 on both. On both the lava remaining as well as what we were using. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we are no longer limited by the amount of lava we're generating. And while we're on it, let's yoink this thing out of the wall. Put the pipe back for now. just because I don't have a use for it. That should be it. This is now generating lava again, which means that that thing has taken over. And I think for the time being, we'll just turn it on whenever we need it. Which, looking at this, is not anytime soon. Oh wait, you know what we can do? We can totally do this. Grab this thing. We have the wither skeleton. So, yeah, we can do that. Actually, we are generating or moving power here. So I don't have to. I can just drain power using that thing. Okay, so let's make another few predictions. Maybe this is why I had the glass panes in here. Who knows? Well, I'll remove them anyway. Same with the sticks. Let's throw them in here. And this will pull some power. And this should show us, we can actually see it here, I think. Yeah, we can see that it's now pulling almost 1000 EV. And if we get one of those, let me wait for one. Right, so it totally had one in there, I just didn't see it. We throw it in here and we run. And we can see I was too slow. Okay, so I need to click on the connection thing. Okay, let's see, do we have another one? No, we don't. Maybe I need to wait for a couple. I have a few more now. Let's toss them in. Let's run over. Let's press this button. It's using another couple of hundred, so it's, yeah, pretty solid. Let's pull that out. I like it. It works pretty well. I like it a lot. So with that, I think we've made some good progress today. We've, you know, set up some decent power, which is maintainable. We connected our system to it so that our lava isn't being drained anymore. And yeah, we might potentially be able to use it in the other dimension. I didn't try it. Let's give it a quick try. Can confirm, totally works. So yeah, multi-dimensional power sorted. Now, and all we need to do in a follow-up episode is just boost the living shit out of it. Right, but for now, I want to say thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please consider pressing that like button, maybe even subscribing. It would help me tremendously. And let's continue the joke. It's still free. Woo! Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.